Your next guest, also a very funny and talented guy. Please welcome to stage Mr. Bill G.
You know, I've always tried to live by the golden rule. You do to others, you do to yourself. If I did that now, I would probably go to jail. Because I abuse myself mentally, physically, and unfortunately sexually too, okay? I just do. But that's still better than living by the Asian rule, which is do to others until they find out. And if they do find out, I would run like hell, or at least have the decency to pretend you don't speak English, you know? I used to think that what you need to survive was food, clothing, and shelter. If you look at social media, what you really need is food, animal memes, and outrage. We still like taking pictures of our food, don't we? Okay? I love seeing it because that unites all of us. We pretty much have to eat eventually. But it doesn't matter what it tastes like, it doesn't matter what it smells like, it doesn't matter if it's good for you. This shit could give you cancer, okay? As long as it looks good, that's all that matters. It's kind of like Tinder for food, really. It's like you pull up a profile and say, okay, this young lady hates children, likes to torture little animals, and worships Satan. But boy, she looks good. What could go wrong? Let's swipe right, you know? And we seem to really love animals. We probably love animals more than humans because, let's be honest, humans are assholes, okay? Like an animal is not going to attack you because it's having a bad day, or because it feels fat, or because it doesn't like your face, you know? An animal's only going to mess with you for a good reason. You know, humans, we're kind of jerks. I mean, the only people who does that are cats, you know, because cats are adorable, but they're fuzzy little assholes, let's be honest. And when you go online nowadays, you realize that people just can't wait to get mad at you. And they can't wait to get really mad at you. It doesn't matter what you post. At first you get a few likes. You might get a couple of happy face emojis. But you start seeing other people posting things like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're really stupid. Or my favorite, why don't you just go kill yourself already? And I think that's pretty extreme, considering I just posted a picture of my nephew's kid, you know? I mean, I'm an asshole, but that kid's freaking adorable. And besides, he's 2 years old. Despite your comments, I don't think he's a neo-Nazi yet. I really don't. And there's some words you can't use anymore. You're afraid to say them because it might trigger people to feel unhappy. And I get that. Because when I was growing up as a kid, people tried to hurt me by saying things like, oh, you're nothing but a chicken fried rice eating piece of shit. That's a true story. Or someone else would call me sweet and sour asshole, you know? And after a while, I got really kind of sad about talking about anything Chinese. But now that I'm getting better, I realize that Chinese food doesn't make me sad. It just gives me diarrhea, that's all. And I'm trying to eat better, but the hardest thing for me is portion size. I don't know what one serving of protein is, dude. Apparently I've been told about the size of a deck of cards, that's one serving of protein, that's 3 ounces of meat. I thought 3 ounces of meat would be the perfect test for my future sex tape. It's only 3 ounces, but that's a full serving, okay? A few years ago, I had a weird run of luck. I met this really beautiful young lady who was actually really interesting. I found out she's a lesbian, so that wasn't going to go anywhere. Then a few months later, I met another woman who was just stunning, really fun to hang out with. She too was a lesbian. I thought, what is it about me that I'm only attracted to women who want nothing to do with me? I mean, it kind of explains my relationship with my mom, I guess, really. So I do, it makes sense. I introduced these two ladies to each other. And guess what? They end up dating for like years and they're really happy. I thought, well, that makes sense. They're both beautiful, really smart, and they both find me both sexually appealing as using a cactus for a sex toy. I do one last joke for you people before I go. You guys were a lot of fun. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. Newlyweds, you guys are lucky. So happy. I hate you already. Okay. Last year there was a report that came out that the price of Viagra has tripled in the past 5 years. Do you know how much a pill of Viagra costs, sir? Of course you don't. You don't need it, do you? You're hard now, aren't you? Yeah. One pill of Viagra is $55 US. And the doctors report said that soon people can't afford to have sex. For $55 US, the price of dinner, a movie, and a babysitter, I can't afford to have sex now. You guys are beautiful. My name is Bill G. Thank you.